And we're gonna have that once again.
Makes sense. Soon versus Logics is a matchup a lot of people are looking forward to, as Desk mentioned. KariV gets a kill on the Logic's beginning, so Soon denied the duel there. Oh, nice kill onto Swoosh from Agilities, and he's still going another one. Tvik goes down, and this is already looking like a pretty solid push here, unless Logics can come back and carry again. Oh, Zebasai falls though, and that may be point A already.
That's methodical positioning from the side of the Valiant. The Valiant is guarding these doors.
Yeah, they do not want to let Florida get any semblance of defensive setup, and there's a barrage from Agilities. Finds Zupa right away, makes it out with his life, and Valiant just rocking Florida's world right now.
Yeah, they was just playing the choke points. Tvik did manage to escape onto the Tracer. He's currently on
a lot of pressure onto Florida. There it is. Point B nearly taken. One last defense from Florida coming out. See what they can do with it. Zupa a little bit low. Pass it back away. Manitin D-Max, that's big. Agilities popping him out of that Diva suit right away. There goes Zupa. They use the Transcendence on the Valiant side, but everybody's staying up for the moment. Another barrage, and slowly but surely, Valiant grinding down Mayhem until there's pretty much nobody left, and that'll be point B.
And Zebasai dying right as he gets the Valkyrie, so not even an opportunity to come back and contest that. Transcendence used, Agility dropping the barrage in this narrow corridor that is Eichenwald C.
Yep. Oh, Soon gets this big two. Logic's caught in that one as well. Soon coming up big here, and that is a huge fight for Valiant. That is about as
very end of the map.
How Zebasai goes down though, that's a good start for Valiant in this final fight. There goes Swoosh, no res of course, because there's no mercy on the Florida side. Tvik comes in, does take down Fate with the Riptire though, and Agilities has just been relatively untouched in the sky here. That's gonna be it. Valiant has the Zupa anyway, so it was worth it. Logix finally finishes him off, and that may be some trouble here for Valiant. There goes uNKOE, and that could be point A right there. A little bit of communication problems there. I mean, when your Winston's nearly dead and you pop the Transcendence, well, you gotta connect. You gotta connect at some point.
The other issue there was just the initial deaths that happened from Fate and Soon. Going very far forward. Envy's still gonna contest this though, Joey. He's gonna have some reinforcements very shortly. Fate's coming back in with Soon.
He's using that self-destruct to keep delaying too. Fate back on the point right now. Florida nearly has it. Maybe Manitin can clear this out with his self-destruct. No kills, but he does get back in the mech. And Logix found uNKOE. So that Mercy out of the way, and the payload will get moving for Florida.
Yeah, that was just from the...
looking for more targets here. And so it's gonna prevent him from fighting those for a little while.
Yeah, Florida Mayhem should be able to get some decent movement on the payload right here. Transcendence used late by KariV, and not gonna be helping out to resurrecting people. Tvik, he has killed Agilities 3 times in that fight. Dude, both resurrects were used on Agilities, and Tvik dominates him.
That was some pretty sick predictive shooting by Tvik there just a moment ago, taking out the entire pharmacy. Manitin does manage to take down Fate here, and Envy a little bit on his own. Not a lot of healing, as a lot of that is concentrated on Agilities. Nice self-destruct, finishes off Envy, and clears away for the payload to get through point B. Looks like it might get there. No uNKOE jumping down, but of course, you can't hold the payload too long with a Mercy, and that'll be point B for Florida.
Yeah, with the extra health of the Valkyrie, they had a big ultimate advantage going to that fight. Use it. Heroes give you, and crowd control to prevent the flanks from coming in.
It's a lot of swaps, but they do have the support ultimates to keep people up, and uNKOE's going to use his right now. There's the Mercy ultimate pop by the Valiant side. Swoosh does get taken out. Tvik has to avoid that self-destruct. Gotta watch out, man. Uses a barrage, and Envy gets 2. That's a brave move for Tvik, but in the end, Valiant gonna push Florida back.
Yeah, they are, and only a minute remaining as well, so may regret staying on the Orisa as he gallops towards the payload.
Well, he's not gonna last too long on that one.
Agilities.
Who's taken out by that Riptire, though? That's pretty good. Envy over on the Reaper now, but taken out by Logix. There's a Deadeye. Gets Soon. Gets taken out, and I don't know if they have enough. Tvik needs to come up big with this Riptire, and no, nobody can get there, and LA Valiant will take Eichenwald. Wow, how Soon just trying to draw people down onto the low ground here with that Tracer. They're on the point now. Manitin came down and joined him, now back up to the high ground. Fate falling early in this fight again after killing Tvik. Zebasai goes down, so there's Zupa, and that is what the Valiant need to take this point. Swoosh finished off as well, and this should be point A.
At that time, they attacked the solo Orisa on the top high ground of the point, and that forces the Mercy Zupa to come over and heal. Then they drop down to the point and start taking out the supports and DPS, so.
Yep. Monkey And now Agilities with that Dragon Blade gets one on this Zebasai. Needs a bit more, and again, Supa. No Mercy ultimates, so those kills are going to be pretty permanent for now, even though the respawns will be quick.
Yeah, they are. Tavik still struggling to get on the point right now. Manitin will be debacked and taken down by Agilities.
Agilities having a great fight right now, and Swoosh can buy a little bit of time with this Primal Rage, maybe.
Tavik takes out Envy in the mini diva form, and uNKOE actually dies during the resurrection of Envy, so that may be enough now for Florida to hold on to this point.
Could be. They did lose Zupa again early, but he's back already. The tanks are back for Florida, though, so yeah, I think if you're Valiant, probably time to take a break here. Agility's just going to keep fighting it out. That's a good D-Mech on the Manitin, at least.
Managing.
They're going to go for it.
Yeah, they are going to keep committing to this to get the Dragon Blade back up, and now he's going to leave. And he's fully charged up.
Res a bit early on KariV, who was picked off by Logix, as we saw a couple seconds ago. So that's going to be out for the next fight. uNKOE getting pretty close to his Mercy ult, though. Zebasai has that EMP already. You get it so quickly. Oh, and Swoosh falls early. Maybe an opportunity here, Zupa. He's gonna go down before he uses his Mercy ult, and this is a golden opportunity for Valiant here. EMP comes in though, and Zebasai eliminates KariV before falling to uNKOE. The Battle Mercy coming out, but that's gonna be point B.
Civilization.
That's right. Nuclear war all day, every day. Ziv Gandhi, most bloodthirsty of all supports.
Riptire coming in.
Nice shot on Tavik.
Riptire gonna take Zupe out, so
yeah.
The shot onto Tavik, then the Riptire onto Zupe means there's no chance here. Late stagger for Manitin.
Yeah.
3 members trying to escape.
Oh dear.
And they are not going to escape with their lives.
I was gonna say, man, I saw somebody there. They've got Logix kind of being annoying. There's a bounce back, and they're on the point now, but they've already lost Zupa. Oh man, disaster for Florida. And this map looks like it's gonna be going Valiant's way as soon as the cleanup comes in and be zoning a bit with that self-destruct. The tanks are there, but again, no mercy, not a lot of healing for Florida as they try to grind this point out. It just doesn't look like it's going to be enough. And over time, ticking away, Logix gets not quite. He is definitely the most likely of our mercies in the league, I think, to pull out that pistol. He's looking for every chance he can get to do that.
It's a lot of fun to watch on this hero.
Oh, speaking of fun to watch.
Tavik is done. Everybody now herded back in to the small building on the side. And this is efficient play from the Valiant. Push in for the Valiant, and soon will take Swoosh first.
Now trying to find Soon there. Got a shot off on him, but didn't kill him. Meanwhile, LA flips the point back again. The Valiant have overtime ticking away. Florida needs to get back there in a hurry. Tavik falls again. Can anybody get there? Doesn't look like it. Valkyrie as well.
Yeah, he used the Valkyrie later, though.
A little bit, yeah. Florida putting everything they got in
there. You go.
But,
well, both the DPS from Florida dead now. That was a sloppy fight from both of these teams. Florida, I'm surprised they even gave up or got the point in the first place, rather. And they gave it up when they were reinforcing, so didn't manage to keep somebody on there and really drive a lot of value out of.
So easy as a McCree to find that pharmacy high in the sky, but silkthread playing around it well. Soon playing well himself, getting a couple kills here.
I mean, Zebasai just can't get there. Finally manages to get in and resurrect Logix.
Oh, Tavik.
He pays for it.
Tavik bounce into the enemy team, and silkthread there with a finishing shot, and that's an easy win for Valiant. And they will go ahead and take Iliad.
Not going to be a resurrection available now.
Oh, that's a nano boosted Swoosh jumping right on top of Soon. Gets brought back up by the Valkyrie right away. And Florida Mayhem doing their best to stymie Valiant here on their push.
Yeah, but that was so many ults used by Florida, they lost both of their supports. So Tactical Visor came down, as did the nano boost.
Yep.
And now Zupe decides it's time to go instead. Resets coming in. Soon is still lurking, as you can see, on the high ground. Trying to find an opportunity to kill somebody's CPS.
Oh, that worked.
Help out in the back line.
Logix is super going down, and I don't know if Zebasai can get there to heal. Well, no, he certainly can, because he's dead too. And Valiant should be able to roll their way to a point A here as soon as they manage to finish off Tavik, which is right now. So that's going to be point A taken for LA Valiant.
Successfully getting out of the marketplace right now, so they're nowhere near the payload.
Florida getting aggressive now. They finally get pushed back to where the payload is. They really had Valiant pinned down for the moment. It's going to be a Primal Rage from Fate, but they've got him cornered. He does get the kill on the Zebasai, though. Zebasai getting trapped in that room, it looks like. And now Logic's taken down by Envy. Here's the opportunity for Valiant. This is what they've been looking for, and now they're going to get some real distance on the payload.
And guess what, Doa? They save everything but the Primal Rage, the support, and the heals to make sure he can get the Dragon Blade back up.
Yeah, it looks like Valiant, though, grinding this one out. The respawns are quick, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get there soon enough to stop this payload.
I mean, it's only Tvik and Logix that are close to the payload right now, and now that's only one.
That's that. So point B taken by Valiant in overtime. Only a minute 25 to push this through to the end, and that's going to be tough, even for a team like Valiant.
Yeah,
So now they've killed Fate. Good start. KariV kind of on his own. Dangerous place for him to be. He's going to need to use that Transcendence, but he's just getting batted around by Swoosh, who eventually does fall. So Valiant coming in with some of the kills that they need.
There's
the
two, though.
double from Envy on that self-destruct. And KariV with a couple finishing blows. There's another one on it to Vic. And they act as well. Zebasai hiding behind that payload, but there's only so much you can do on that Lucio. One thing you can do is be annoying, which is exactly what he is doing. Stalled out for the moment, and maybe with Swoosh coming back, maybe they've got what it takes to push Valiant off of this payload.
Another self-destruct, not gonna catch anybody, and he dies before he can read-back.
Well, that may be it. It's only Agilities.
Agilities.
Yeah, soon there on the Widowmaker, but he's not going to be able to go in on the payload and live. No, he's not. Overtime ticks away, and KariV does get the kill on Vic in the end, but the res comes through, and the important thing...
Logic 6 HP left, winning the Tracer duel.
is that Vic got the kill on the Mercy. So, Florida trying to get this payload moving.
KariV couldn't get the Transcendence over to Fate in time to save him.
No, not quite. And now he needs some saving. There goes KariV. Yeah, easy kill for Logix, finding that Zenyatta alone in the room.
Yeah, this will be point A eventually for the Florida Mayhem. Just a couple of stragglers left to take down uNKOE.
Oh, what are you doing there?
You should not have been there at all.
He's like, I can get him.
Dragon Blade, but you're not actually going to stop the payload until you engage with KariV. uNKOE and KariV both using their support ults.
Wow, yeah, layered support ultimates for Valiant, and they still lose people regardless. So a little bit of defensive disaster here on the LA Valiant side, and Florida will get point B with a good amount of time in the time bank.
I mean, somehow, even though the support ults were used from the Valiant, the payload is still pushed in. Nobody was actually on the cart there, so zero value.
Three for Tvik and one for Logix as uNKOE falls, and Florida Mayhem has been crushing these last few fights. That payload's nearly there. They might have this one.
Yeah, they might, though. The Valkyrie's still active for them too soon. Wants to delay this payload, but they've got to get through the Transcendence.
Florida using everything they've got to try to make this happen here. Swoosh batting back the Valiant, and now here comes Agilities with the Dragon Blade. Gets one, but Swoosh there to protect people, and there to take out the enemy team. And now MV DMAC, that may be about it. No, they still get the respawns there. But as soon as KariV falls, that'll be it in Florida. Will win Dorado, so they will come away with this with at least one map win.
And this has been one of their best maps this season.
For sure.
I'm not surprised this is the one that they would take. Had a pretty good offense coming into this run. Tvik really